So yeah, so we got Quinn
versus Nick.
Quinn versus Nick.
The Ices. Ooh, and starting off the game with a good wobble. This is probably. I don't know if Rien has enough experience here to really combat
Yeah,
this.
I know it can be a rough matchup. I think Dan plays it pretty well, but I think it can definitely be challenging.
I was saying before, Ren's pretty new to the scene, isn't he? He recently came in like 3 months ago.
No, he was around last season. He's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, no.
He's not at everything because he's actually from Roanoke.
Ah.
Yeah, so he travels. He's actually a personal friend of Dan.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he's become because I know he came last season, even last year. So.
Is it already been a year? Oh my God. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I just know I hadn't seen him in any previous.
He's definitely gotten a lot better in the last few months. He gets better pretty much every season. So
yeah. When I played last I played him, I 2-0'd him, and then today he 2-0'd me. So.
Right.
Definitely some improvement I've seen. He's definitely one of like I was saying before, like one of the main problems I saw with him was he used to get in his own head a lot. You know, once he started on the losing side, he would just keep making mistakes, just trying to put out moves instead of actually thinking about it.
Right.
But he's definitely improved his mental game quite a bit since the last time I played him.
He's doing.
He's rallying right now.
If he can clean up the stock, okay. He's doing a pretty good job splitting him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I mean.
That was good.
NetPlay is a new. It's a new kind of Spotify subscription.
I was like, hold on, wait, what? Are you joshing me right now? Like, I could pay for it?
Nah, NetPlay is just playing Melee Online.
I'm getting my controller set up soon.
So if you go to anthersladder.com, I think it might be that. It's someone created a way pretty much where you can set up Dolphin. Dolphin's a GameCube emulator on your computer. You can set up a server and play with other people. Or you can play Melee with them online. So it's a way to play Melee. You play it on your computer, and you play it online with other people. So
there's a lot of mixed opinions about it, I hear.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a little different, but it's a good way for people to play each other that normally wouldn't be able to, because it actually creates it online. Yeah. But Nick really, wow.
Wow, he cleaned that up quick.
While we were talking about NetPlay, Nick kind of destroyed those two stocks. So I mean, in any matchup against Ices, the big thing you're trying to do is split up the Ice Climbers.
Yeah.
So it's really just how well you do that. I mean, Falco definitely has tools, because if you can shield pressure, it helps a lot, and obviously Shine facilitates that a lot. So look to see a lot of once Nick can get in and get a Shine and get him up in the air, trying to split him up, and then he pretty much just goes back and forth and keeps him off balance.
This is definitely a different game than playing a Fox per se.
Right, and then of course, you know, as many people know, there's no mystery what the Ice Climbers are going for.
Grabs, 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 and more grabs.
So I mean, so if you watch from the Ice Climbers' perspective, because obviously, you know, like everyone thinks, okay, Ice Climbers just wobble, and that is the way they get their kill. But you have to look at how they get their setups, and that's what determines, you know, Ice Climbers. Because like not every Ice Climbers that can wobble like wins every game. So you know, you have to look at a mix of some Ice Climbers like Bananas, who's been, you know, rising a lot more in the national scene. He goes for a lot of aerial reads where, you know, because everyone's afraid of getting grabbed, they tend to jump a lot against Ices. So Banana goes really aerial heavy where he'll try and catch him out of the air.
Yeah, going against their expectations.
Right.
Yeah.
Some Ice Climbers like to stay more grounded and try and, like, you know, bait you in and then do some kind of a wave dash back into a grab. Or there's some like gimmicks with, you know, the blizzards and stuff to get grabs. So I think it's, you know, while a lot of people complain about the matchup, if you understand like what to look for, I think it could be a little more entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Trying to see like how is the Ice Climbers getting the grabs. Obviously at the lower level, there's going to be a lot of the other player just kind of making mistakes and approaching unsafely.
Yeah.
But Nick has pretty safe pressure, so it's going to be interesting to see how Quinn can continue, you know, how QuackAttack can continue to.
His Sopo's pretty good too.
Yeah, his Sopo's are doing very well. I mean, FD.
It's a good stage.
FD's a really good stage for Ice Climbers. There's not a lot of places for Nick to run to. Okay, he might just be forfeiting. Okay. So we have game 3 coming up here.
Just resetting it. We'll smile, we'll smirk.
Yeah. Now, so there's definitely a chance of, regardless of the outcome, there's definitely going to be a chance of these two meeting again in grand finals. So the winner here is going to be really important, because if QuackAttack wins, it's hard to beat an Ice Climber in 2 best-of-5 sets.
You know, and Quinn does have the advantage of having two mains.
Right, yes. For those who don't know, QuackAttack does play. QuackAttack's name is Quinn. That's what you hear us calling that sometimes. QuackAttack does also play Jigglypuff, so
Also a great matchup against.
Right, and I'll be interested to see if he might use it as a counter pick.
Yeah.
If he might, because he might go. He has a great Dreamland Jigglypuff, so it'll be interesting to see if he decides to take him there or not.
Yeah, no. Being in a position where you're only like locked into like one character, you're definitely at the mercy of those who have who've mastered a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a counter pick game. I think sometimes some people can get themselves in trouble because they, like Mewtwo King, for example, is notorious sometimes that he'll go Fox because it's the right option, even if he's not as experienced in the matchup.
Yeah.
Something
I mean, usually mastery will beat out little gimmicks.
Little advantages. Yeah.
But
now, something that's a little concerning for Nick, QuackAttack has been pretty convincing these last 2 games with very little wobbling, which just means he's kind of just winning neutral.
Neutral is a very interesting thing to like master, to figure out too, and to get good at.
Yeah, that's.
It's a lot of trial and error.
I think something you see a lot with the rise of 20XX and net play, and a lot of ways to practice the game now that people didn't have before is up-and-coming players can develop their punish games very quickly compared to what it used to be. So someone who's been playing for a relatively short amount of time can get their punish game like up a top level really fast. But something that takes a little bit harder, or something that takes a little longer to develop, is going to be that neutral game, which is why I think you'll see this kind of the stigma of newer players that are very technical, very fast, very good at their punish game, but they just kind of lose their neutral a lot.
Yeah.
So
they're robots.
Neutrals is something, because neutrals is something that it's hard to grind. It just kind of comes with time with playing a lot.
It comes with experience. It's going to the tournaments like this, experiencing other people, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't.
Yeah, and then dealing with tournament nerves is a big part as well. So.
It's a big, it's just more than just being good at the game these days.
Right.
Saw a lot of good pro players will keep their spot, even though people should outmatch them.
Right.
You know, got to keep a good mental, got to keep a good eye on things. Experience really does help. It's the age-old question: what wins, experience or youth? Yeah.
Well, that's a little more in actual sports because of the whole physical aging thing, but.
Well, I mean, if you get older in like in a game like this, you know,
it can affect your reflexes.
Yeah, your reflexes. You're not as quick as you were. Like as
I don't think it's as big a deal as.
Yeah. We don't have any like. We don't have any 60-year-old smashers yet, so I guess
but the game has.
Yeah, it's only been out 15 years.
Everything you're saying is wrong.
Gosh dang it. I'm glad you pointed that out for me.
Who is the oldest? It's probably Hugo.
Hugo?
The oldest Smash player right now, professional.
Oh, I always heard Hugs, but maybe that's just a meme.
Hugs is Hugo.
Oh, okay.
Who won that game?
Oh, God. I think it was Quinn?
Yeah.
If someone... We could check a replay.
Yeah, it was Quinn, yeah.
Quinn's just showing his dominance right now.
Yeah, he's been starting off with that wobble is just really hard because you're already like a little on edge against ices because you know you can die at any time. So being down a whole stock can be pretty challenging.
Yeah, even when you feel like you're rallying, you still got that deficit you got to make up.
Yeah. Yeah, something you'll see that a common setup ices has against Spaceys is if they get some kind of a pop-up, like if they get up tilt or up air, and you'll see him go for that dash attack because a lot of times it'll lead right into a grab at lower percents. The dash attack pops him up and then they just grab him and wobble off that. So Nick really... Let's see if he needs to clean up this stock. It's going to be pretty challenging. Quinn's going for some early smash attacks and definitely missed a couple kill opportunities.
Back here.
There should be a clean edge guard from Quinn. Ooh, messed up his desync a little bit.
And I got a little bit of a hit
Ice Climbers has some interesting edge guard options because they can desync and cover the edge. But that was pretty good for Nick. Okay. Well, considering he was wobbled initially, since the wobble, he's gone even in stock. So I think he's playing okay this game.
Yeah, if he can clean up this stock pretty quickly without
he needs to have a pretty powerful stock, and under no conditions can he get wobbled.
Yeah, he can't afford another one. He's doing good. He's keeping it separate.
Because wobbling is always scary. When you're behind, it becomes so much scarier. Because you're already down. And when you're behind and you just lose a whole stock for free, it's like, it feels really bad. Okay, well, if you can clean up this, ooh.
It's going to be hard.
He really needs to clean up this Popo without taking too much percent.
Oh, you think a forward smash would work?
Yeah, I
better?
definitely would love to see a forward smash. But the fourth throw is good too, especially when Popo doesn't have great recovery when they're low. So. Ooh. Okay, we went for the back
These
throw,
platforms are helping out a bit.
Yeah, they definitely help.
Was this I'm guessing this was a counter pick from Nick.
Yeah, this would have been Nick's counter pick. So, it can be pretty good against Ices.
I'm interested. What would you say like the best counter pick stage for Ices would be?
I think Yoshi's is good because you can kind of be aggressive, but I think they started Yoshi's and Nick won.
Yeah.
I think with Falco, it depends a lot on how the Falco likes to play. If he likes to be campy, then ooh, those up tilts were disgusting.
Yeah. Just had him trapped.
Ooh, that was, ouch.
That hurts. Oh, maybe they'll see each other again in grand finals.